The trial of Ozzie Edwards is more than what we bargained for. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Lawrence Reports. We talk about episode 5 of Reasonable Doubt. Oh my goodness, let's get right into it. So, on this episode right here, we got the full Ozzie Edwards trial, right? On top of that, we got Daniel out here getting freaky, can't resist Ozzie's sister. Jax has a conversation with both of her parents that was definitely much needed. And Lewis, oh Lewis, Lewis is out here putting on tracers on Jack's daddy car. Let's get into it, y'all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, the biggest focal point, the biggest eyewitness that we had besides Ozzie is also his boy Alex. We get a chance to finally meet Alex. Now, Alex has been known or has been revealed to be a supplier to the one and only Ozzie. Now, Ozzie sister and Alex got some beef, some bad blood, right? He's like, listen, if y'all don't want me to tell anything about Wendy, I need some big time cash. I think he said like 100K or something like that. But yo, this man must be out of his mind to think that his sister to think that Ozzie's sister just got money like that laying around. I really do believe that this man Alex is kind of jealous of Ozzie because Ozzie's career took off. His didn't necessarily take off the way it should have been, right? So this man is on trial, spilling tea. And Jax, while Jax is doing her thing in court, she killed it. She killed the defense on both sides. The first time in the beginning of the show and closer to the end, but so bad that the defensive lawyer on the other end, he went crazy, throwing all that stuff off his desk, even though he went to another lawyer asking him, how do I beat Jax? And key way to beat Jax is when she gets a little bit too personal, too close. That's how you can beat Jax. But that plan actually backfired because she was cooking this lawyer right here. And not to mention Alex, like I said, he's spilling that tea, but we know why he wants to do that because he wants revenge on Ozzie. And of course, Ozzie's sitting there looking scared and looking nervous. Oh my God. One thing about Jack Stewart, she is so smart. She put Ozzie to a test and he completely failed. Now, she was asking questions about Monica, right? But she saw the reaction. The reaction let her know that it was Monica who abused Ozzie because he was going off. Smart play, Jax. Smart play. I like that right there. And speaking of Jax, right? And we gotta talk about this earlier. Jax and Monica. That showdown. Jax approaches Monica. Stay away from Ozzie. I know you're the one who touched him. And Monica's like, who do you think you are? It seems like you didn't want him until the case went up another notch, right? And it seems like we both been seeking some validation, and I don't think neither one of us has really truly had that. I was like, oh, okay. So both y'all, this how y'all gonna do? Y'all both gonna read each other like this right here? Cool, I got it. By now, I think Jax is about to zero in completely on Monica, thinking that Monica was the one who killed Ozzie. And at this point in time, who killed Wendy. And at this point in time, I really don't know who killed Wendy. That seems to be up in the air still. Maybe the next episode we hear about that. So right now, we do not know. Now, I got to talk about Daniel right quick. Daniel is getting it in. And I also believe that Kristen is using her body as a defense mechanism. Anytime he start asking too many questions, she, first time they kissed, second time they went all the way. Like they did it at the end, right? I think that's a key focal point that she's using to also protect Ozzie at the end of the day. That man, Daniel, was talking about in it. Daniel was in it, y'all. Now, can we talk about Jax and her parents, right? I saw with the mother. The mother has been spilling so much tea, and Jax must confront her mom about this right here. She's like, listen, I know you've been out here pillow talking to Eddie, but there ain't nothing else you can talk about. And the mom is like, listen, she even calls Jax Jacqueline. That's how I know she was real about it, right? She's like, who do you think you are? Just because you're wearing heels? I taught you how to wipe yourself, the whole nine. Like, but she also said one day, you're going to take full responsibility for your own mistakes, right? I was like, oh. Oh, and Jack's like, listen, I don't want you to be telling my information. Like, let us handle this on our own. And I don't blame Jax. This is the conversation that she needs to have with her mother. And as far as her dad, now her dad, Eddie, is in a hotel eating Chinese food, eating pizzas, got some Swisher sweets. You know how OGs do it, right? Now Eddie is out here chilling at a hotel. Jax comes to the hotel to meet the dad. He really wants to get back in Jack's life. He tells a story about how he got caught on drugs and how the industry can make you do those things here and there. And he's saying basically, don't let my past mistakes haunt me for what I'm trying to correct. And I kind of can understand that, but not everybody understand that because Lewis goes to Daniel asking him for help. He asked Daniel, "Yo, I need some tracers. I don't exactly trust Jack's daddy. Can you give me some tracers?" So this man is at the hotel where Jack's and the daddy's at. He putting tracers underneath the car, following Eddie, taking pictures, the whole nine. I love how Jax also told the dad, "Respect my relationship with Lewis." So I'm happy about that. As far as the OG friends, they're out to dinner. Autumn tells the team, how many months she's pregnant. Oh, everybody's happy. But then Autumn switches gears to Sally, right? She asking Sally about the kids, right? Her and Sally and Chris, they've been going through their thing. That's when Chanel came over to visit. Chanel's like, "Yo, do you really love my cousin? Yes or no? Make it official." Chris is like, "Okay, well, I will." And then he has a conversation with Sally. But it seemed like Sally, Chris is like, I had a change of heart. Like, I wouldn't work it out, right? Sally, like, it's a little bit too late. Here are the divorce papers. And it hurts Chris so bad because he says, "Listen, I was the first one to own a home in my family. So for me to have to struggle and give this up for your cousin, it's hurtful to me." So now it looked like them two could be potentially getting a divorce. Now, the episode ends basically with Monica out here burning some clothes. But she's like, "I'm doing this to protect you." So I'm wondering who clothes she burning. She burning Ozzy clothes. She burning Wendy clothes. Only time will tell, y'all. It was a great episode. Like the show was so good. It seemed like every episode is literally good. I can't think of an episode where I'm like, "Oh, that episode wasn't the best." Literally, episode 1 through 5 have all been bangers, y'all. That's my review. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. As always, thank you for tuning into the Lawrence Report.